there, my favorite first graders. Today is Monday, May the 10th, and we've got some social studies to do today. What do you think we're working on? We will identify decisions that families have to make with money. Look at that first yellow word, decisions. Have you ever made a decision before? I made a bad decision to not wear sunscreen, and now my skin is peeling. Today, we're going to talk about decisions with money. How will we study money decisions? We will research scarcity on Pebble Go to draw, color, and label one new vocabulary word. Here's our new word. It's in yellow. Say it with me, please. Scarcity. Do you know what scarcity means? Don't worry. Pebble Go will tell us all we need to know. Why? We will understand different ways that people exchange goods and services. Remember those goods and services? My girl here has a map. Is a map a good or a service? Good job. It's a good. I know you remember those things. Today we'll have a new word with our goods and services. Let's go to Pebble Go and learn our new word so we're ready to put it in our journal. On your mark. Get set. Here we go!
Pebble Go.
Scarcity. What is scarcity? Are you ready? Ears on. Eyes on your screen. We've got to listen and learn so we can put it in our journal. Here we go.
The things people want and use are called resources. But people often want more resources than they can get. Scarcity happens when there aren't enough resources for everyone.
We already found what is scarcity. What is it? It says when there are not enough resources for everyone. What are resources? I'll click it so we can see.
Resource. Something valuable or useful to people.
Something useful, like a pencil is useful. We need it here at school. But what if I don't have enough pencils for everyone? That would be bad. We need this. It's a resource. Look at the picture. What do those girls need? What is she grabbing? Are there enough for everybody? Gotta make some decisions because there's not enough. Think about that. Have you ever had a problem when you didn't have enough of something? I don't have enough llamas. It's a problem. Just kidding. But when we don't have enough, that can be a problem.
How scarcity happens.
How does it happen, though? Why is there not enough?
All resources can be scarce, but some resources become more scarce at times. When cold weather harms orange trees, farmers have fewer oranges to sell. Then there won't be enough oranges for everyone.
Okay, so on that last slide, we saw there was only one orange, but 3 girls. There were not enough oranges. But why were there not enough oranges? Here, they explained why. Look at the picture. What happened to the orange tree? It got too cold, so not enough oranges grew. So now there's not enough oranges for everyone to have one. Other things could hurt the orange tree. Maybe a tornado, lots of wind, those hailstorms that came to Elgin and hurt our cars. Those things could damage the plants. So if that happens, then we're not going to have enough of our vegetables and fruits. This happens sometimes because the weather is wacky. Things become scarce. What is scarce?
Scarce. Being hard to find because there's little of it.
After the weather froze the trees, now we can't find the oranges. There's not enough of them. So what do we do?
When there isn't enough. When oranges are scarce, a food company must choose how to use them. The company could make orange juice, or it could just sell fresh oranges. The company might not be able to do both.
All right, this slide says company 3 times. What's a company? Do you know?
Company. A business that buys resources and decides how to use and sell them.
A business. So the farmer grew the oranges on his tree, and then it froze, and he said, uh-oh, I don't have very many oranges. But the companies, the businesses wanted his oranges. So he sold them the oranges, and now the company, the business, has to decide, what do we do with the oranges? People like to buy oranges. People like to drink orange juice. But there's not enough oranges for both. So now the company has to decide, should they just sell the oranges or make them into juice? What would you vote for? Oranges or juice? Raise your hand for oranges. Raise your hand for juice. But you can't have both. Time to make decisions.
Prices.
Prices.
Stores raise the prices of scarce items. If oranges are scarce, not everyone can have them, but many people still want to buy them. If people want the oranges, they must pay a higher price.
Prices are going up. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What is a price? Do you know?
Price. How much money a person pays for something.
So like a pencil might be $1. The price is $1. So now that the oranges, there's not very many, the company is saying, we gotta raise the price on these oranges. There's not enough for everyone. So the people who do want them are gonna have to pay extra money if they want this orange. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't want to pay more for my oranges, do you? No. But when there's not enough of something, that's when the stores raise the price. They want to make more money, but we don't want to pay more money. So we have to decide, do I really need that orange? If I do, I got to pay the higher price.
Making choices.
Time to make some choices.
Scarcity means people have to make choices. If oranges are scarce, people may pay a higher price for them. They can also try to find a better price at a different store. Or they could buy another fruit instead.
So here's this girl. She went to the market and she wanted to get some fruit. But when she saw how much the oranges cost, whoa! She had to decide, do I really want oranges that bad? Am I going to pay all that money for the orange? Or what are her other choices? She could buy a different fruit. Looks like she's looking at bananas. Or she could go to a different store. This market raised the price on oranges, but maybe a different store didn't raise the price. She's going to have to decide. What would you decide? Pay more money for the orange. Go to a different store, or buy a different fruit. I want to know what you would choose. Think about it for a second. Do you really want oranges? Will you pay more? Or just get a different fruit? Or go to a different store? What would you do? Do you have your decision? Raise your hand if you would go to a different store and see how much their oranges cost. Okay, a few of you. Now, hands down. Raise your hand if you would buy a different fruit, like she's buying bananas. Would you say, oh, I'm not paying for that orange expensive. I'm going to buy a different fruit. Raise your hand. Or would you pay more for the orange? Yeah? Raise your hand if you would pay more money for that sweet, sweet orange. Not many of you want to pay more money. So why is that? Why not pay all your money for the orange? We have other things to buy too. You can't spend all of your money on one thing. You've got to make decisions. If the oranges are more expensive, maybe you go with bananas that week. Or you can always go to a different store. But when things are scarce, hard to find, we have to make decisions with our money. But right now, you don't have to make any decisions. You just got to get ready to show me scarcity in your journal. Please grab 3 things: a pencil, a journal, and your crayon. Come meet me on video 2, and let's get to work.